Someone once told you advice that could save your life. You believed it. You trusted it. But what if that same advice has quietly led many people to their deaths? We grow up hearing simple rules about safety. Rules that feel warm and wise. Rules that sound like they came from people who care. Parents say them. Teachers say them. Friends repeat them. We hear them in movies. We hear them in short clips online. Over time, these lines become part of our mind. We stop questioning them. They feel true because they feel safe, but safety advice can become dangerous when the world changes, or when the advice is too simple for real life. Some rules that were made to protect us now put us in harm, not because they are evil, but because they are old, or incomplete, or used in the wrong moment. Think about how often you follow advice without thinking. You cross the street the same way each day. You lock your door the same way each night. You act fast in danger because you were told to never freeze. These habits live deep inside you. They feel automatic. They feel smart, but danger is not simple. It changes shape. It hides in new places. When we use one simple rule for every hard moment, we may choose the wrong move. The rule feels safe. The moment is not. There is advice about running, advice about hiding, advice about helping others first, advice about trusting your gut, advice about being brave. Each of these can save a life in one story and end a life in another. The problem is not the advice alone. The problem is how we use it when fear is loud. Fear makes the mind small. Fear wants one clear rule. Fear wants one button to press. But real danger is messy. It does not follow rules. It does not wait for us to think. Imagine a fire. You were told to stay low to the ground. Smoke rises. This is good advice. It has saved many lives. But what if the fire blocks the only low path out? What if the room is filled with heat near the floor too? The same rule can lead you into more danger. Or think about water. You were told to swim toward the shore as fast as you can. This sounds right. But in strong water, this can pull you under. Sometimes the safe move is to float, or to move sideways. The old rule feels strong. The water is stronger. We love advice that sounds simple. Simple feels calm. Simple feels easy to remember. But life is not simple. Real danger is full of details. It changes with place, time, and people. When advice is shared in short lines, it loses those details. The short line spreads faster. It feels wise. But it is missing the part that matters most. The part that says, this works only sometimes. Or this works only if something else is true. Without that part, people trust the rule too much. They follow it even when the moment is wrong. Our mind likes clear stories. We want heroes. We want rules that work every time. We want one right answer. This is how our brain feels safe. It saves energy. It does not want to think hard when danger is near. So when we learn a rule, we store it as truth. Later, when fear hits, we pull it out without checking. This is fast. It feels smart, but it can be deadly. There is advice about being polite in danger. About not making noise. About staying calm and waiting for help. These sound gentle. They sound kind. But some dangers need noise. Some dangers need fast action. Waiting can make things worse. Being polite can keep you stuck. Yet people freeze because the old advice whispers in their ear. Be nice. Do not make a scene. Do not upset anyone. That advice may keep peace in a room. It may break peace in a crisis. We also hear advice about helping others before yourself. This feels noble. It feels right, and sometimes it is right. But in some moments, helping yourself first is the only way to help anyone at all. If you go down, you cannot lift anyone up. Yet people step into danger because the story of the hero is louder than the truth of survival. The mind wants to be good. The body needs to be alive. Many safety rules were made for a world that looked different. Roads were slower. Homes were smaller. Tools were simpler. The same advice in a faster world can fail. We now move through busy streets, deep water, tall buildings, loud places, and fast machines. Old rules do not always fit new risks, but the rules stayed. They were passed down like songs, easy to sing, hard to change. There is also the problem of half advice. Someone shares one part of a safe action, but not the full story. The full story takes time to tell. It is harder to share in a short clip, so people share the short part. Others copy it. Soon the short part feels complete, but it is not. It is like being told to look both ways, but not told to listen too. Or being told to stay calm, but not told what calm looks like when the ground is shaking. The missing parts matter. Without them, people fill the gap with fear. Our brain is not built for rare danger. It is built for daily life. So when danger shows up, the brain uses the closest memory it has. It grabs the rule that feels most familiar. Familiar feels safe, even when it is wrong. The brain does not check the rule. It checks the feeling. Does this feel like the right move? If yes, we move. If not, we freeze. This is why the same advice can lead one person to safety and another to harm. The advice is not thinking. The person is. And the person is afraid. Stories also shape what we believe is safe. We watch scenes where someone runs through fire and lives. We see someone jump into water and save another person. These stories are strong. They stick in the mind. They make us believe these moves are normal. They are not normal. They are rare. Real life is quieter. Real life is slower. Real life is slower. Real life punishes small mistakes. When we copy the story, we forget the parts we did not see. The heat, the weight, the pull of water, the cost to the body. Another quiet danger is pride. We like to believe we would act the right way. We like to believe we are brave. We like to believe we would know what to do. So we hold on to advice that fits this story about ourselves. Advice that says, be strong, rush in, do not hesitate. This feels good. It feeds the image we have of who we are. But danger does not care about our image. It cares about timing. It cares about space. It cares about small choices that look boring. The boring choice is often the safe one. But boring does not feel heroic, so people ignore it. We also trust advice more when it comes from someone we love. If a parent said it, it feels true. If a teacher said it, it feels proven. If many people repeat it, it feels safe. The feeling of trust becomes mixed with the advice itself. We stop seeing the advice as one idea among many. We see it as part of our past. Questioning it feels like questioning the person who gave it. So we do not question it, even when the moment is new. Fear narrows the world. In fear, we see fewer choices, we hear fewer sounds, we feel the need to act now. This is how the body tries to survive. But this narrow focus can make us miss safer paths. A calm mind sees options. A scared mind sees only one door. If the one door is based on bad advice, the body walks into harm. This is not because the person is weak. It is because the body is trying to help in the only way it knows. There is also the trap of rules that worked once. If you did something once and it helped, your mind stores it as proof. Next time, you try the same move. But the next moment is not the same. The place is different. The people are different. The danger is different. The rule worked in one story. It fails in another. Yet the brain does not see the difference in the heat of fear. It sees only the memory of success. This is how one saved moment can lead to many lost ones. We like advice that tells us what to do. We do not like advice that says, it depends. It depends feels weak. It feels unclear. It feels hard to hold in the mind. But it depends is often the truth. The truth is quiet. It does not fit in one line. It asks you to look around, to listen, to feel the moment. This takes time. Time feels expensive in danger. So we trade truth for speed. Sometimes speed saves. Sometimes it kills. So what do we do with this? We cannot throw away all advice. We need guides. We need shared wisdom. But we can hold advice more lightly. We can remember that rules are tools, not laws. A tool works only when used in the right way. A hammer is great for a nail. It is not great for glass. The problem is not the hammer. The problem is using it for everything. A calm way to survive is to pause for one breath when you can. One breath gives the mind a wider view. In that small space, you can ask one simple question. Is this role right for this moment? You do not need a long plan. Just that one check. This small pause can change your path. It can turn a fast mistake into a careful move. It also helps to learn the full story behind advice, not just the short line. The why, the when not. When you hear a safety rule, add a quiet note in your mind. This works in some cases, not all. This keeps your mind open. It gives you room to choose instead of obey. Choice is slow, but choice is alive. The world will keep changing. New dangers will appear. Old rules will fade. Some advice will age well, some will not. The calm skill is not to collect more rules. It is to notice the moment you are in, to feel the space, to see what is really there, to use advice as a guide, not a chain. In the end, the most dangerous advice is not the wrong rule. It is the idea that one rule fits every fear. The world is too wide for that. Your life is too precious for that. When you hear a simple line that promises safety, let it be a starting point, not the final step. Pause, look, then move.